Being a good husband and father is an important goal for many men. The role of a good husband and father involves much more than providing financial support and material comforts. It requires love, patience, commitment, and an understanding of the unique needs of your partner and children. We will explore some tips on how to be a good husband and father. Communication is key. One of the most important aspects of being a good husband and father is communication. You need to communicate effectively with your spouse and children to build trust and understanding. Listen actively to what they have to say and make them feel heard. Express your own thoughts and feelings honestly and openly, and encourage your loved ones to do the same. Good communication helps you avoid misunderstandings and conflicts, and it strengthens your relationships. Avoid judging or criticizing. A common barrier for effective communication is jumping in with judgments or criticisms. When you do this, your spouse and kids put up walls and are hesitant to talk to you. Instead of judging or criticizing, ask more questions that help you better understand their perspectives. For instance, don't ask, "Why would you do that?" Ask, "What happened?" Or, say something like, "Tell me more about that." Unplug regularly to focus on your face-to-face relationships. If you're the type to immediately turn on the TV or laptop after a long day at work, try powering off the electronics for a while. Focusing on sports, TV shows, social media, or even bringing work home could create distance between you and your family. Give them the gift of being physically and mentally present. If you typically use electronics throughout the evening, create an earlier cutoff time to devote more attention to your spouse and children. Spend the extra time catching up with your spouse, reading to your kids, or playing board games together. Be a role model and practice what you preach. Don't expect your children to follow your advice if your own behavior goes against it. Hold yourself accountable for meeting the same standards that you set for your kids. For instance, don't lie in front of your kids, even little fibs, if you are emphasizing the importance of honesty. If helping out is a big deal in your family, be the first to pitch in with chores or household responsibilities. Date your spouse. When's the last time you took your spouse out on a date? When were you last romantic and spontaneous? If it's been a while, commit to dating your spouse more often. Compare schedules and agree on dates and times when the two of you will go out together. Sans kids. Prioritize your family. As a husband and father, you need to make your family a top priority. This means that you should be there for your spouse and children as much as possible. Try to create space in your schedule for family time, whether it's a weekly game night or a weekend getaway. Show your spouse and children that they matter to you by being present and attentive when you're with them. Remember that work and other obligations should always come second to your family. Be supportive. Another way to be a good husband and father is to be supportive. This means encouraging your spouse and children to pursue their dreams and interests. Be there for them when they need advice or help, and celebrate their successes with them. Show your support in small ways too, such as attending your child's soccer game. When you actively show support, it creates a positive environment for your family to flourish in. Lead by example. As a husband and father, you are a role model for your family. Your actions and behaviors set the tone for how your children will behave and what they will believe in. Therefore, it's important to lead by example, by being a good person and setting a positive standard. Treat others with kindness and respect, follow through on your commitments, and live your values. Your family will look up to you and follow in your footsteps. Take care of yourself. Finally, taking care of yourself is essential to being a good husband and father. This means taking time for your own interests and hobbies, as well as your physical and mental health. Be sure to exercise regularly, eat healthily, and get enough sleep. Find ways to de-stress, such as practicing mindfulness or engaging in a hobby you enjoy. When you take care of yourself, you'll have more energy and patience to be there for your family. In conclusion, being a good husband and father requires effort and commitment. By communicating effectively, prioritizing your family, being supportive, leading by example, and taking care of yourself, you can create a happy and healthy home environment for your loved ones. Remember that the most important thing is to show love and affection to your spouse and children every day, and everything else will fall into place.